Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. We have updates to Star Citizen Alpha 3.18.1, which is now on the PTU, and that plods towards getting a live build, which is hopefully a lot more stable than 3.18 has been. There is likely going to be a partial wipe, and we also have a quick summary of Star Citizen Live that talks about points of interest, underground facilities, plans for cities for 3.19 and beyond. So, Alpha 3.18 is in a much better state than when Cloud Imperium first launched it. However, it's still not great. Cloud Imperium have been putting out a load of updates and hotfixes and rebuilding structures and background services and things, and that's caused a lot of disruption. However, the 3.18.1 build is now on the PTU, and that is open to everyone. Cloud Imperium put out a 3.18.1 update post, which I will read for you. We wanted to give you a quick update on our progress with the upcoming change to how you summon your vehicles in-game, as well as an update on our next patch, 3.18.1. As we revealed in our previous post, we'll be implementing a new system that should significantly reduce strain on the back end. We plan to roll this change out to the PTU in a 3.18.1 patch for testing over the weekend, which will include a salvo of fixes to assist with performance, connectivity, and stability. We encourage everyone to test the new system and provide any feedback or bug reports that you may have. Additionally, during our testing, we have discovered similar issues related to Arena Commander. To address this, we will be temporarily disabling vehicle customization in Arena Commander on the PTU, and if we see this does indeed alleviate strain on the back end, we'll carry out this change over on the live servers as well. Again though, this would only be temporary and only impact Arena Commander while we work on a long-term solution, which we'd roll out in a follow-up patch soon. For those still eager to get into some action in Arena Commander, we'll also grant everyone a handful of created vehicles in with upgraded shield generators and weaponry. In short, we're doing a bit of experimenting to ensure that we can get the service into a better place. As we've mentioned, things are already vastly improved, but work continues to get to the level of stability we're after. So there was also a 3.18 patch status update, which I will read out to you as well. The team is working through the various cases of error code 30K09, which is preventing some players from getting into the game. While that work continues, Star Citizen Alpha 3.18.1 has been made available to everyone on the PTU environment. In addition to a number of crash fixes and improvements, this patch brings the new vehicle delivery changes. So the changes that they are making affects how you obtain your vehicle when logging into the game for the first time. Instead of being immediately entitled to your home location in-game, ships purchased on the website will now be available at any ASOP terminal, and they are labelled as deliverable. You can claim your ship by pressing the deliver button, which functions similarly to the standard insurance claim, but is free and only takes about 20 seconds. You can help by just getting involved in that PTU test and tests that they're going to be running until the patch goes live. Cloud Imperium continue. Your participation will greatly assist with gathering vital data to help get this update to the live servers. During this playtest, there isn't a specific testing focus other than to play in the persistent universe on the PTU servers. They also have some times that they want to stress test and get as many players in as possible. So they also want you to keep an eye out for devs because they're going to be flying around the verse as well. I've linked the post with all the timings over the weekend down below if you want to get involved with that, but there'll be times in the future almost certainly throughout this week that you'll be able to get involved. There was a dev response that might cause some annoyance for players that have been able to play 3.18 over the last couple of weeks as well. So the question on the spectrum was, will 3.18.1 include a wipe on any of the three possible wipe pillars? So Cloud Imperium Games' Xylo responded, while our intention was to avoid a wipe entirely, given the state of the database and the large number of hotfixes we've implemented, it is looking likely that we'll need to execute a partial wipe with this release. This means that you will retain your reputation and Alpha UEC earned, but items acquired would be wiped. So I assume that means ships, all items, all things that you get attributed to your account that you would buy in game. So bear that in mind. I think it's worth thinking of 3.18.1 as the proper live release, maybe. But if you do want to get a head start, then focus on getting and saving Alpha UEC and rep and really not spending it, as assumedly items includes any ships you buy in-game. There is no confirmation of when 3.18.1 will go live, but it's likely to be soon. It's just literally going to be tested, and as soon as they've got some fixes in, they're going to want to make that patch live. So I'm expecting it next week. So That's my expectation. That's not confirmation. Star Citizen Live. So, in Star Citizen Live last week, the Turbulent Environment team, or at least one of them, talked about underground facilities and the sort of combining them with the above ground structures and the below ground structures together. It's obviously quite a large undertaking because these are quite complex and large structures that they're going to be used in a lot of places. They've been focusing a huge amount on other points of interest. There will be an Inside Star Citizen episode on Lorville 2.0 in the future, but there's a big focus on underground facilities and building internals, which are going very well apparently. All of the player hero and planetary spawn locations will be getting an update pass in the future. They're going to have very few restrictions on flying around cities. However, they don't want players to just land anywhere and everywhere. I'm really looking forward to seeing Area 18 get a makeover. That said, there's going to be a lot more places to land when they add new buildings around these cities. They also talked about the talent acquisition team at Cloud Imperium, who are responsible for hiring and going through people's CVs and seeing who's appropriate for jobs. So there are 7 of them on that team, and they literally try to find the best people for the jobs at the company. And as Cloud Imperium is expanding massively, these peoples are essential. So hopefully they're going to be getting some great talent. They did say something about there being 20 or so critical jobs that they're trying to fill and things like that. So if you're interested in getting a job at Cloud Imperium, go to cloudimperiumgames.com, I suppose. Have a look in there, see if there's anything appropriate for your skills. I do think they're pretty liberal with hiring as well. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. The sneak peek from the newsletter this week was of the San Tok Yai, that's Xi'an medium fighter, which is in production currently. Really looking forward to seeing how these ships eventually fly, the San Tok Yai and the Kar-2 Al, when they've got sort of like all the flight model sorted for them, and they sort of, because they're going to be flying differently to the human ships, they're going to sort of be relying on lots of larger thrusters, I think, rather than sort of big main engines that push them forward. Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see. And San Tok Yai, maybe we'll see that later this year. Boom! That's it for your news today. If you're interested in some of the new 3.19 features and the tracked beam gameplay improvements, then check out some of my other latest videos on the channel. I am interested to know if you are playing in Alpha 3.18.1 on the PTU at the moment. When do you think it's going to go to live? What are your experiences of that patch so far? Are you looking forward to a more playable and stable live build, as well as a free fly and some events that Cloud Imperium are likely going to run as soon as the game is more stable? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. It's 2023. There's no need for a VPN like NordVPN, right? In the modern era. Wrong. What's this, a Silent Hill styled ad? No, due to copyright, it's actually a Quiet Mound ad. But that siren means that someone's got my browsing data and hacked all my sanity away at Starbucks. Oh no, that guy's got a triangle on his head. I've never had a Silent Hill incident while using nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. By God, can you risk not having it? Well, probably, but why take the chance? NordVPN can help you access more content on the internet from more countries in a safer and more private way. It's an essential tool in your arsenal in 2023 against legally distinct triangle head. Check out the links below for one hell of a deal. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For March, we are giving away an Argo Raft, the mighty little hauler that could. Soon, it should be able to make use of its 32 SCU cargo boxes, but in Alpha 3.18, it's going to have to make you some serious Alpha UEC from cargo hauling. It also comes with a game package and lifetime insurance, all you need to get started in your Star Citizen career. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel. Please consider becoming a YouTube member with the join button under our videos or using the links below Patreon. It really goes the extra mile to support us making daily content for Star Citizen. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe and share it with your space friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.